G'day guys, welcome along to a Ukrainian review. Now this is a 24-hour ration and it was kindly sent in by Gundog, the legendary Gundog. And if by the slim chance you haven't checked out his channel before, chuck in the link, go check him out. I actually watched Gundog's review on this ration, well I think a similar ration, I don't know if it's the same menu, just to sort of get myself acquainted with it a little bit. And I didn't realise at the time when I watched it originally that he had built in a wee drinking game. So if you watch Gundog, you know he says go ahead quite a few times, and that was the cue. So I did oblige with a little bit of scotch, and feeling pretty good about this review right now. Okay, so this is a 24-hour ration. It's a big beast, pretty heavy, and you've got all of the details of the contents on the front of the pack, all in Ukrainian, or I don't know, Cyrillic I suppose it is. Nothing on the back. It does have a date on here, 19th of the 5th, 16, so I think that's the best before, or the expiry date. And the top one there is most likely when it was packaged, 8th of the 8th, 2014. Nice thick bag, definitely feels like it'll go the distance, and this one has. It's come a very long way, and I'm sure it's had an interesting life prior to it getting to Gundog as well. So it has no real cuts, just a few marks. It's soon to have a big cut. There's no easy access to this. It's really a rip off the top deal. It's got handles, but it's sealed, heat sealed down the middle. There's no, as far as I can tell, no little easy access pull. So there we go, it's green on green on green. And we have separate packages for breakfast, lunch and dinner, which is nice so you don't get confused. And it was always a struggle, I suppose, working out what to have when with a 24-hour ration. I do like the ones that you just get all of the contents in one bag, so then you can create what you want. And it's not as if you can't do that here and just rip open everything and mix and match. But from what I understand, it is a bit of a cracker fest, so there's not too much difference between the three items here. There we go, and it is, okay. When I was watching Gundog's review, it looked like they had just repurposed the roll of the exterior bag to build up the smaller ones, because the information on the back looked the same, but in this case it's not. Clearly different. 563, 503. I think it just has. This thing has the. Well, it does have 563 and 403, but it's not. It's not exactly the same. This column, I think, has got the totals for all of the meals, whereas this one might just have this meal in particular, or this bag. But there you go. Now the old Translate app didn't work too well, but I know that this is dinner. So what we're left with here is lunch and breakfast. I'm pretty sure this is breakfast. So let's crack in. Check it out. Now the style of ration, I believe, is the newer version. Prior to this, I think it was sort of a plastic tray and foil cover affair, which I didn't get to experience one of those yet, but it did seem to be a little bit fragile. I think Gundog had the foil end up sticking to the the plastic on the crackers, and that sort of broke off, and yeah, it's sort of like the spoons, very fragile. So here we go. I think this might actually be lunch. Or is this not? Is that the porridge? Or is that the beef? Let's check it out. That is indeed the porridge, and I think it is like the buckwheat porridge, which is interesting. We'll get to that in a moment. We have, surprise surprise, a couple of packs of crackers, just like hardtack, and they still feel nice and hard. What do you got in there? 1, 2, 3, 6 in each, so 12 crackers for breakfast. Coffee. And we got a date of 11th of 6th, 2016. Dates on the can. Ooh, what have we got? 5th of the 6th, 2014 is when that was made. And here we have Pate, I believe. The date on that is 19th of the 5th, 14. So 2014 seems to be it. Got the label roughly put on, I think. Maybe a sign of things to come. Now the translate didn't do too much for me, but we can pretty safely assume that that's some kind of pate, or spread. And a honkin' pack of sugar. That's absolutely massive. But yes, there's no other kind of sweets here, so there's no chocolate or lollies or anything like that, so I guess you just make do with the raw energy that comes from the sugar. Okay, so I think we'll need to get this heating up, and we'll chuck it in the Mark II field wok. A couple of other things we've got here is one teeny weeny little napkin, so don't make too much of a mess with your breakfast, and a moist wipe, so that's okay. While we're heating stuff up for breakfast, let's have a look at the lunch. And have to excuse the noise going on in the background. That's Crystal's school next door actually, and doing a bit of work on it. So it's banging and crashing, and no doubt you'll hear the school bell soon as well. It's all part of the fun. Here we got big can, and that is 325 grams. So I know what this is. It's basically beef, and it kind of looks like corned beef. If you read that, beef. Quite looking forward to that one. And oh, crackers. These ones haven't fared as well, but not surprising really when you're kicking it around, sort of loose in a bag with a few weighty tins. Am I seeing crumbs? What I did. Okay, maybe not. And we got some tea, more sugar, lots of. Another wet wipe, another paper towel, napkin, and that's lunch. I think I might just chuck this in with the porridge. And here we go for dinner. Are you noticing a theme yet? Oh, well, that was just useless. There we go. More like it. Okay, we got more of the buckwheat porridge. So, yep, breakfast and dinner. Round it out the same. Lo and behold, some more crackers. I do wonder. Oh, okay, we got something. We do have a couple of things different here, and that is in the form of some spreads. Are they the same? Yeah, it looks to be the same, and I believe this is honey. A date of 24th of July 2014 on that. It's the manufacturing date, obviously. Another paper towel, another huge sugar, some more tea, and another wipe. So, off to join the rest. You go. Actually, I held short of putting that can in because it's pointless, really, isn't it? It's the same thing. We'll get our Bundeswehr utensils. I think we might need a spoon for this one. And I won't be doing a separate breakfast, lunch and dinner for obvious reasons. All three of these meals are very, very similar. In fact, breakfast and dinner are pretty much identical. So what we'll do, I'll do it Gundog style, is we'll just have a sample of everything we've got. So first of all, let's start with the drinks. And one thing of note, it does not come with any kind of sport drink, fruit drink. You pretty much got coffee, tea, that's your lot. And you got to wonder about the nutritional balance in this particular ration. In terms of your nutritional requirements. I mean, it must have been some science that's gone into it, but you do got to wonder if it's more of a and there's two more a budgetary thing, and that's just what you expect with rations, really, and that's what makes it fun. No two are the same. Let's check the coffee in. Now, Gundog mentioned this particular coffee was extremely bitter to start with, so I won't put any sugar in just yet. We'll try it out au naturel, and let's pop in the tea bag. Okay, we'll let those do their thing. Now, while the cans are heating up, I'd just like to take a moment to really explain a few things about why the videos haven't been coming out as much as I would have liked. And much of that's to do with just life, really, and work. My work schedule's changed a bit, and just trying to fit everything in around the family has been a little bit difficult, trying to find the peace and quiet, for the filming these things. So what I've decided to do, much of the delay is pretty much finding a time where me and Crystal can do these things together. And with the cupboard full of awesome rations to try, and that it's just coming out too slow. So what I've decided to do is I'll press on, I'll do the reviews and include Crystal as much as I can, so you still will be seeing from the boss, that's for sure. But just in the interest of getting videos out, getting these rations to you so you can have a look at them. Some of them may be solo. And on that note, for all those people that have sent rations in to be reviewed, and some of those have been sitting around for quite a while now, my apologies. They are still there, absolutely going to be getting a video, so don't worry about that. Just really appreciate your patience and understanding, guys, so thanks heaps. Let's get out some of these crackers, because we know we have got an absolute ton of them. They do have another wee sleeve. You kind of need a bit of protection in this particular ration with just how it's packaged. Yeah, pretty hard. Oh. They've got they smell okay, but it's a very it's a smell that I'm kind of used to. Unfortunately used to. If you see my vintage reviews, cracking into some of the old MRE crackers, and when I'm talking old, I'm talking really old, 1983, 1981, the smell that comes off them is really quite unique, and I'm not sure what it is. People have put thoughts on that it's the oils going rancid, or the butter, or something like that, and personally I've got no idea, so I'll just go along with that. But these have the makings of them. They don't taste, they don't smell like a fresh cracker. They are still very much tough, but you know, in saying that, the 1981, 1983 crackers, they were still very, very crunchy as well. So it's not always a sign of a fresh cracker just because it's hard and crunchy. You know, it's definitely in the smell and soon to be the taste. Let's get into the pate. Oh, yes, this is pate, isn't it? It has to be. Yeah, there's a lot of oil floating around there. It's positively swimming in it. We'll get the spread, which I believe is honey. Yep, sure looks like it. And Gundog mentioned it comes out pretty crystalline and then tends to, I think as it warms up, get a little bit more flowy. Yeah, it's quite pretty stuff. It is just sort of blobbing together. Certainly smells like honey. Okay, these are super hot. Ooh! Should have been expecting that, really. Oh, it's always awkward doing this kind of thing on camera. Oh. Let's pull that off just for a second so I can get some leverage on it. Well, that's the beef, and it is positively swimming in liquid. So just to make this a bit more easier to handle, I might just go tip a little bit of that out. Okay, that's done, and there's what we have left. You know what, there was a lot of liquid in here, and I don't know if it's the quality control aspect of where this was packaged or not, but I'm pretty sure in Gundog's can there was a hell of a lot more meat than that. So I guess you can just make up the weight with the liquid, right? Anyway, the ring pull came off the can, so I'll do this a little bit ceremoniously. Ooh. There we go. Our beef. Crack open the porridge. Oh, it's not going to play ball, is it? Nope. Yeah, cans have been problematic. So the ring pull came off that, but I know what I will use. Meet Fred. Now, if you've watched my videos, you'll remember Fred from the Australian ration. Now, Fred, I believe it stands for Field Ration Eating Device or something like that, but I think it's been more popularly known as effing ridiculous eating device. But there you go. I think it's cool. You got a spoon on one end, and you've got a P38 style can opener on the other end. So that's what we'll use. Bit of pressure in there to get into this. Anyway, we'll do this off camera. And there we go. It takes a bit of time, but once you get a rhythm going, it's not too bad. Gets the job done. And here's a buckwheat porridge. Now I must admit, I'm not a huge fan of this stuff. Gundog seems to have acquired a little bit of a taste for it, and but you know, yeah, he does stress that has come over time and with more exposure to it. So that's fine. It's just like him, it's a little bit unfamiliar to me, but I'm sure it's as common as anything for many people, and quite delicious. One thing I have noticed that's not here is any kind of seasoning. There's no salt, no pepper, so whatever it is what you get, unless you fancy putting sugar over everything. If you're wondering what this is, guess who chose that? The boss. That was from a bit of a barbecue fire the other day, and got a wee bit burnt, so not the nicest. Me and fires. You got to see the Spanish ration to understand that one. So we're ready to go. We've got everything here all set. Let's do a whip around. First of all, let's try the cracker by itself. Like I said, it's starting to smell like it's about to turn, even though this ration is best before sometime in 2016. Yeah, that's definitely the crackers are going downhill. That's for sure. Is there a date on these? Packed on 9th of the 7th 14, and apparently good till 9th of the 7th 16, but that ain't true at all. And that's a bit of a bummer actually when you think about the dependency that they've put, or the importance they've put of the crackers in this ration, having what, 6 packs of them. You're supposed to rely on these for a lot of your carbs, and to have them turn early is it's not really the best, is it? So yep, they're going downhill. Let's try the honey. Honey itself tastes great. I just whipped a bit off the cracker, so to not cloud my opinion from the cracker itself, but yeah, honey's nice and sweet. But yeah, the cracker kills it. What I will do is just to check these all in the same date. They are. I'll open another pack. See if we get the same thing. You never know. These do appear to have I've got juice all over my hands from the meat. If anything, these smell worse. Yep. That's a fail. That's a big fail, I'm afraid. You would not be a happy soldier. Oh, hello. Hey. Success. We have a... Yep, absolutely. So... Oops, bit of a mess. What's the date on these? Same exact date, yet these ones don't have the smell. They smell like, if you smelt a cracker, it's what a cracker should smell like. And they taste fine too. Well, what does that mean? I don't know. Quality control, I've got to say. Packed on the same date. I'm not sure whether they were made on the same date. That's another story. Okay, well now we've got some fresh crackers to work with. That's made my day. And we can start trying some of these other things. Well, since I've got buckwheat porridge already on my spoon, seems like a logical place to start. Okay, we've got some meat and some of the buckwheat. Wow, that's actually not too bad. For some reason, I don't know if it's just the ones I've had before, tasted pretty bad, to be honest. This does not taste too bad. It's got a good heat through it, nice and warm. Eating it cold would, not going to work. But warm, it's got a nice savoury meat flavour going right through everything. It's sort of sitting in this very fatty, or so it seems, liquid. And if you do open these when they are cold, it is all solidified, and I think there is a portion of fat in here to bind it all together. But this tastes quite silky. It doesn't really need any salt. Pop some on the cracker, since we have millions of them. Not bad. Okay, I have changed my opinion on this old buckwheat porridge deal. It ain't so bad. Now this, I'll get you in closer. This is the beef already. Ooh, okay. It's already. The fat is already starting to solidify again. That was quick. It's not the most appealing thing to look at. Oh, there goes the bell. But yeah, it is big chunks of kind of real meat. I'm pretty sure that there was not as much in this can as there was in Gundog's can, but I'm not complaining. That's pretty good too. It tastes really, really similar to the beef and the flavours that are coming through from the porridge, the buckwheat porridge. Not unpleasant at all. It tastes very fatty and very sort of oily. It coats your mouth with a film of fat, if you like. I'm not painting a very good picture here, am I? But it's fat in a good way. Alright. I'm overjoyed that we have some crackers to work with here, so I really want to use them. Really good. Okay. Now onto the pate. Like I said, this is swimming in oil. Ooh, it's very, very soft. Very, very soft. And I'm not much of a pate person, I've got to say. Don't like the taste of liver, but let's give it a shot. Well, there's a definite theme going through. Oh. Okay, tea. Cheers. Oh, tea's not bad. That's not bad at all. What was that? Mono Max Ceylon tea. Okay, very pleasant on the tea front. This not so much, and it will be a personal taste thing. It, like I said, everything's coating my mouth at the moment with an oily texture, and this certainly continues the theme. It's much softer than any pate I've had in the past. It's very, very soft. It's just a mush, really. And taste-wise, it's not my cup of tea, really. I'm sure many liver lovers would quite enjoy it, but yeah, I'd pass on it. I'd swap it out if given the choice. So we tried the tea. That was very nice. It almost tastes like there was some kind of flavour in there, but it's not. I can imagine that not being too bad cold either. Coffee, which was apparently quite bitter when Gundog tried it. Yeah, it is. I don't know how much more bitter than just normal. Okay, there is a bit of a bitter aftertaste. So we'll dump some of the sugar, which we get so much of, and give it a stir. Well, it sounds like the kids are out for lunch. Afternoon tea. It's much more palatable. A little bit of sugar in there. So, what do we think of the Ukrainian ration? Well, oh, hey, this is interesting. Oh, I like that. That is, it's obviously a wet wipe, but it's got got like a real citrus smell to it. That smells delicious. It smells more like a fruit drink than anything else. If you just mixed up some powdered fruit drink and sniff that. It's strange. It's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, back to thoughts. It's definitely, some rations you go, wow, they're you know, this is quite extravagant, you know, hard to believe it's a military ration kind of meal. And others you go, right, that's quite clearly the budget has been the prime concern, and I think that's the case in this instance. It's got lots of hearty things to keep you going. I'm not quite sure what the nutritional balance would be on this, but I can't imagine it being something you'd want to consume on a regular occasion for too long. Having the stale crackers in there, you know, considering that it's nowhere near their expiry date, I just got to say that's pretty unacceptable. Whatever the process is involved in packaging these at the factory, or whatever processes they use, I would say they need to be revisited. It seems to me that even though these were apparently packed on the same day, I would hazard a guess that they weren't all made on the same day, and there may be some that have been stored for quite some time before they're actually packaged, at a guess, or I just got really unlucky. But anyway, there we go guys. It has been a pleasure to check out one of these Ukrainian rations. Every different ration is a prize, and you know, as Gundog said, if you're out in the field, you're hungry, this is all you've got to eat, and then it's all going to go down a treat. Sitting here in the comfort of home doing a review, you know, you get a little bit picky. But there. Okay, so no boss today. She is currently at school. I'm on a day off of work during the week, so squeeze this one in. So we'll hopefully get her on some of the future videos coming up. Thanks again Gundog for setting this one in. You're a champ, mate. Really appreciate it. And thanks heaps guys for sticking in there with me. There'll be lots more to come. There's still tons of rations to go. So thanks heaps. See you on the next one.